One of the most important tasks for a professional driver is to inspect his bus before taking the road. The safety of the driver, passengers, and other road users is at stake. The procedure requires you to adapt to the type of vehicle being inspected and the parts that make it up. Although no method is mandatory, the beginning of this video will introduce you to different components to be inspected during the circle check and thus help you understand the defects. The order in which the verification is carried out can be modified according to certain constraints. Please take note that in this video we will only mention the elements prescribed by the regulation. As you approach the bus, observe its general condition to detect signs of defects such as sagging vehicle, non-parallel wheels, axle displacement, or traces of liquids on the ground. On the bus, make sure the parking brake is set. Turn on the low beams, parking lights, central aisle and passengers access lights, and the left-hand turn signal light. Turn the intermittent red lights and the retractable stop sign on. Step out of the bus and, moving forward, detach the hood latch on the right side, check the mounting of the rear view mirror, and then face vehicle to check the fixed body components, front mirrors, and low beams headlight. Make sure that the high beams are not on for this check, and observe the low beams on the right and left of the vehicle. Also check the intermittent lights. If both front intermittent lights do not come on, the driver may not be permitted to pick up or set down students or persons under 18 years of age. Check the distance arm if the bus is equipped with one, the parking lights, and the left turn signal light. Under the hood in the engine compartment, check the fluid level in the power steering pump tank. This can be done by checking the gauge or by markings on the tank. Also under the hood, check the brake booster fluid. Check the side rail and suspension. Check the presence condition and position of the leaf spring and brackets. For the tire and valve, observe the general condition of the tires and note anywhere damage, foreign matter, or bulging. Observe the depth of the tread grooves, and the entire visible area of the tread must be checked. Observe the condition of the valve. Then check the condition of the visible parts of the wheels and the fasteners. Observe the level of lubricant in the wheel bearings through the inspection window in the wheel hub that is equipped with them. When checking the deployment of the stop sign, pay attention to the proper functioning of the mechanism. If the mechanism is defective or cannot be deployed, the driver may not board or alight students or person under the age of 18. Then check the operation of the flashing lights, the fixed parts of the bodywork. If the vehicle is equipped with them, check the outside door of the luggage compartment or an auxiliary compartment. Continuing on the left side, check the side rail and cross members. Observe all visible part of the side rail and cross members, and also make sure that no cross member is sagging and causes a moving part to contact the body. Check the suspension. Make sure the air springs are properly inflated and observe their condition. Listen for air leaks from the suspension. Check tires and valve. To check if a dual tire is flat, it is recommended to hit it with a hammer. Observe the general condition of the tires, such as foreign material in the tread or sidewall, cuts, wear, contact with a fixed part of the vehicle, air leakage, flat tire, or bulging due to carcass defect. Check the condition of the tire valves. Also check the wheels and their fasteners, the wheel bearing lubricant, and in the case of traction axles, make sure that there is no sign of oil leakage. At the rear of the bus, check the parking lights, the left-hand turn signal light, and the intermittent lights. If the two rear intermittent lights do not come on, the driver cannot board or alight students under 18 years of age. Check the license plate light. Also check the fixed components of the body, the side and cross members, the suspension. The brake lights. Take note that the brake lights can be checked with the help of collies or by using the reflection of the lights on any surface where possible. For the right side of the bus, perform the same checks as for the left side. For all types of fuel tanks, observe fasteners and the presence of the fuel cap. Also inspect the visible parts of the fuel system for leaks. Such a leak is detected by the presence of fuel on the ground. Boarding the bus, check the condition of the steps on the floor. Access lighting. Grab handles. Emergency equipment, first aid kit, and fire extinguisher. Make sure you have at least 3 triangular reflectors. Close and check the door. Operate the yellow alternating warning lights. Check the aisle lighting. Make sure there is no exhaust leakage into the passenger compartment if there are holes in the floor. Check the operation of the emergency door and its warning buzzer. And check the alternate yellow warning lights. These warning lights can be checked with the help of a coworker or by using the reflection of the lights on any surface or in some other safe manner. Check the upper luggage racks. Check seats and the accessibility to the emergency exits. At the driver's station, make sure the mirrors are in good condition and properly adjusted. Check the yellow alternative warning lights in the front mirrors for proper operation. Observe the windshield to make sure that its condition doesn't impair visibility. Make sure that the condition of the side windows on either side of the driver's station does not impair visibility. Also check the windows behind the operator station. Now start the engine. Operate the wiper and washer system controls. At the same time, check the efficiency of the wipers and make sure that the washer fluid is sprayed on the windshield. Operate the blower and check to see if the air is being blown onto the windshield. Try moving the steering wheel in all directions to check its solidity. If it is a tilting or telescoping steering column, make sure it remains in the selected position. Operate at least one horn if the vehicle is equipped with 2. Observe the general condition of the seat and make sure the seat remains in the selected position. Check for the presence, condition, and function of the seat belt. If your vehicle is equipped with air brakes, here is the procedure for checking the system. First, release the parking brake. Check the low air pressure alarms. If the low pressure warning devices are not already in operation, depress the brake pedal a few times to lower the air pressure and use the pressure gauge to determine the air pressure at which the alarm, lights, and visual indicator activate. They must activate before the air pressure in the system is below 55 pounds per square inch or psi. If the pressure alarm is not on when the vehicle is started, the check can be done without further lowering the pressure. You must make sure the air pressure is at or above 55 psi when the alarm stops. Then check the efficiency of the compressor. While the engine is idling and the air compressor is running, fully depress and hold the brake pedal. Monitor the pressure gauge and make sure the compressor can achieve and maintain at least 90 psi air pressure. Check that the compressor stops now. While the air compressor is still running, keep the engine running and make sure the compressor stops pumping at an air pressure between 117 and 137 psi. At this stage, it is possible to run the engine at a slightly higher speed, about 1000 RPM, to increase the air pressure a little faster. Stop the engine and check the brake system for air leaks. Depress and hold down the brake pedal, checking for visible or audible air leakage with the pressure gauge. Restart the engine and check that the compressor starts. While watching the gauge, slowly lower the air pressure until the compressor starts up again. Make sure it starts before it reaches 80 psi. Continue with the following checks. Throttle. Depress and release the throttle. Make sure the engine returns to idle. Try to gently move the vehicle forward by engaging the transmission. Make sure the parking brake is holding the vehicle. Check the power steering. Check the service brake. Depress the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. This will ensure that the service brake is working properly. Apply the parking brake. Put the neutral gear selector back into neutral. Now, if your vehicle is equipped with hydraulic brakes, here is the procedure to check the system. With the engine stopped, but the key in the contact on position, check the operation of the brake warning light. Apply medium pressure on the brake pedal and listen for the electric pump to operate. Start the engine and check whether the warning light goes out. Depress the brake pedal hard for at least 10 seconds and observe the movement of the pedal to make sure it does not drop to the floor. With the parking brake on, check that the warning light is on and the brake is holding the vehicle. To check the effectiveness of the parking brake and service brake, apply the same technique as shown in the air brake check. Complete the circle check report. And remember that the circle check is a visual and sound inspection of certain accessible parts of the vehicle, but you must remain attentive to the general condition of the vehicle components, even if they are not subject to the circle check. Be sure to inform the owner and operator of any abnormalities you find. Have a safe trip.